you doing? I'm Hector, creator of the Stop and Shake. We're here in the unveiling. We just had a press conference. It went really good. Thank you, Yonkers Voice, for always being here, supporting us. I really do appreciate you. Shout out to all the followers, all the support, and again, Yonkers Voice, you're number one. Thank you.
It's good to see everyone today. Today we're here to launch our new Stop and Shake. It's a city's initiative that is simple in its message, but can have a very powerful impact on our community. Through this effort, we're hoping to change the conversation and to promote a positive relationship between law enforcement and the community at large. Fostering better relationships is so important now more than ever. You just have to read what's happening in the news, you know that. And the debate over stop and frisk and the events that unfolded in Ferguson and Staten Island have brought issues of race, policing, and poverty to the top of the national conversation. Too often we focus on what divides us instead of finding what common ground we have that unites us. That's why I'm so proud of Hector Santiago, who's with me here today, a Yonkers resident who brought this idea of Stop and Shake to the Yonkers Police Department. Hector is a fine example of how the youth in our community can inspire and promote positive change. I would also like to extend my special thanks to the Yonkers Police Department, especially the Police Commissioner Charles Gardner, the entire Yonkers Police Department, the men and women in blue who put their uniforms on for us each and every single day, our two police unions, especially Keith Olson, who's here representing the PBA as the president, and the CLSA. Tim Hodges is here representing them, for being receptive to this idea and assisting in the implementation. I'd also like to recognize Captain Mueller, who's here with us today, who's helped put this together as well. Captain, great job, and has worked very closely with Hector on this initiative. Their collaboration in creating Stop and Shake is a shining example of how communities do and should work together to improve the conditions for all the people. We all know by now that Yonkers is an incredibly diverse city. As a matter of fact, we celebrate our diversity in Yonkers. We have over 100 different nationalities represented, and over 70 different languages are spoken here in the city of Yonkers. Diversity is our strength. But no matter what color your skin is, what religion you practice, or what language that it is that you speak, shaking hands sends a universal message of respect and camaraderie. So the next time you see a police officer, they just might stop you and they just might shake your hand. And we want you to introduce yourself to the police officer. It's a very simple gesture, you know, and I was talking to Sean before how we get so caught up in all the complications of life and how we need to deal with things, and we overlook some of the simplest things. You think about that. You shake hands. You might look them in the eye. And when you look someone in the eye, there's obviously nothing more intimate than shaking hands with somebody. Or if you're a germaphobe, maybe you want to do a fist pump. But if you shake hands with somebody and you look them in the eye, it might just spark a conversation. That conversation can lead to understanding, and it's that understanding that leads to tolerance in our community. We're not going to solve our nation's problems overnight. It takes time and commitment on behalf of law enforcement and our community, and we have everyone represented with us here today. So today we're taking a very positive step in the right direction. And one conversation at a time, one handshake at a time, we can build a stronger community, a better Yonkers, and we can all do it together. So with that, I'd like to ask our first speaker to say a few words, and that's our Commissioner of the Yonkers Police Department, Charles Gardner.
Thank you, and thank you, Mayor. You know, the police department understands the importance of having a positive relationship with the community we serve, because we know that the stronger the relationship are with the people in the community, the more effective we can be as a police agency. So we engage in a number of programs and initiatives to try to foster and build upon the police community relationship that we have here in the city of Yonkers, like our Law Enforcement Explorers program, our Citizens Police Academy, our Youth Police Initiative, and many other programs, all to sponsor a stronger relationship. So we're very excited about this new collaborative effort, the Stop and Shake. I want to thank Hector for bringing it to our attention. You know, in the nature of our business, we don't always have the opportunity to have a positive encounter with the public. So this is a great chance for us to have increasing positive encounters with people in the community, and just a simple handshake, fist bump, and a conversation will go a long way in developing communication, understanding, and respect for each other between the police officers and people that we serve here in the city of Yonkers. So we're excited about it. I want to thank our unions, Hector, our community stakeholders, Sean, the mayor, our elected officials for supporting us in this effort. We're going to be encouraging officers to approach people, engage them in conversation. We're going to be encouraging members of the community to come forward and introduce themselves to our officers, and we do believe that this is going to have a positive impact on police-community relations here in the city of Yonkers. So again, thank you, and we're looking forward to future endeavors and future projects together with you.
We have Sean Patterson Howard, who's here with us today, who's decided to host the event for us, and we very much appreciate that. She is the CEO of the YMCA, also someone who's very much involved in the communities, real innovative thinker, and very much a supporter of the change that we are trying to implement in our city here. So Sean, would you like to take your words?
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start out by really congratulating and acknowledging Hector. Oftentimes, the dialogue in our communities that our young people are apathetic, or that they're resisting to develop relationships with government and police. And when everything happened in Ferguson and out in Staten Island, Hector came and said, I want to do a walk to raise awareness. And it was during that walk we talked about relationships, and he spoke about Stop and Shake. And he's run with it from there. And as the mayor said, it's about relationships. It's about uncomplicating things. It's about stepping out of being politically correct or your fears and your biases, and just stopping and saying, hello, my name is. When we went to school, in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and when we start new jobs, what do we have to do? We have to say, hello, my name is. That's how you meet people. That's how you develop relationships. That's how you develop partnerships. And so I'm just so excited about Stop and Shake, and the mayor and Commissioner Gardner being very receptive to it. And once again, just so proud of Hector as a young person for stepping out and thinking enough of his community to say, I don't want to just talk about the problem, but I want to be a part of creating solutions. So thank you, Hector.
We've also been joined by our State Assemblywoman, Shelley Mayer, is here today, and they're pausing their deliberations at the State Capitol, but she's fighting for Yonkers each and every day. It's a pleasure to have her here. And I'm going to ask a young man to come up here who obviously thinks outside the box, somebody who has a tremendous future because he can, look beyond what's right in front of him and say what's the greater good for the entire community. And somebody who's done this has a certain amount of insight, insight probably far greater in his age, but insight nonetheless. So I'm going to ask Hector, would you like to come up here and say a few words?
Yes, thank you. So I first want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting, you being here, saying that you definitely want to deliver a message of peace in communities nationwide. I want to say thank you to all the local organization who's been so helpful. Ms. Howard opening up her space for us all the time, allowing us to organize here. Commissioner Gardner for taking my late night calls, asking questions, and everyone just being so supportive. Local business owners and Shelley Mayer has been so supportive. And overall, it does. I like to tell everyone, just because you was developing the projects doesn't mean you can't develop projects. So. It takes one step at a time. A year ago, I would not be around this much police, but Captain Muller took his time out after all the injustice going out, sat down, explained some procedures, explained policies, gave me some raw facts, and I had to listen to understand. And because I built that relationship with him, I realized that he wasn't that bad of a guy, and he really wanted to support. So for that, I thank him for taking his time out, and I want to encourage everyone, just talk. and talk to your officers, talk to neighbors, talk to your to business owners. Let's build a relationship and let's all get connected as one. Thank you.
I think this is something that is going to quickly sweep the nation as just a way for us to open up new dialogue with the community. And that's you know what? That's right. We need to break down the barriers and create that understanding. This will do that. With that, do we have any other questions? Okay. Are there any questions? Okay.
On another topic,
Sure. Afraid to ask.
the series of the armed robberies of gas stations in town.
We're going to speak about that after. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do one-on-one with the commissioner.
Okay, okay.
All right, you want to answer it later and just close this out? Thank you, everyone.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
No, you'll
yeah.
answer now.
Yeah.
Is there a statement in Spanish by any chance?
No, we don't have one, but,
Hector Santiago.
you want to say this Spanish?
Just, I will start with, hello, my name is.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Unless you read that.
It's in Spanish, go ahead.
Hola, mi nombre es Hector Santiago, soy de Yonkers, New York, y estamos aquí para empezar la paz en la comunidad de aquí para el mundo completo. Gracias.